I'm Deborah Gray White. I'm Board of Governors Professor of History at Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
How is Barack Obama doing?
I think Barack Obama is doing a wonderful job. I think he inherited an incredible problem. I think that when you go back into history and when you look, for example, at FDR and you look at Herbert Hoover, people remember FDR for the kinds of programs that he put in place. Some of them did not work. The Supreme Court overturned many of them, but at least he came with a program. He came with drive and determination. Herbert Hoover did not want individuals to lose that initiative. He thought that capitalism would die. It was FDR that actually saved capitalism in 7 or 8 days. I think that going from a president who doesn't seem to have read an awful lot and a president who left us in such an incredible problem, and who did not have a program to fix it, in 60 days, I think Barack Obama has done more to correct the situation than George W. Bush did in 4 years, 8 years.
I'm Elizabeth Haas from UC Santa Cruz, History Department.
Barack Obama, how do you think he's doing so far?
Well, given that the U.S. is an empire and has these problems of empire, this obnoxious war on terror, these undefined aggressions in the world, I think that Obama is doing his best in changing those policies slowly, but I think deliberately, and I'm glad to see him decide that we will get out of Afghanistan sooner than later. I think it's a disaster still, the Mideast policy, and that we should get out of Afghanistan, that we need an entirely new policy. I don't know if he'll bring that about, but I do think he's at least addressing in a smart way some of the problems that we have as empire and some of the problems internally. And I think I'm delighted to have him speaking a language and talking about ethics of government and ethics of daily life that I agree with: education, health, welfare, building the nation, and being internationalist in a more positive way.
My name is Karen Ferguson, and I work at Simon Fraser University in Vancouver, Canada.
Barack Obama, how do you think he's doing?
I think he's no Franklin Roosevelt. Right now, I think that he's showing himself more as a Herbert Hoover figure on the economy. But the place that I do think that he's doing really well is in presenting a new face of the presidency, and I think that some of the kind of symbolic gestures that he's making actually do make him more like a Roosevelt figure, and I think that stuff really augurs well for the country.
Michael Briggs, Editor-in-Chief at the University Press of Kansas.
What's your feeling about Barack Obama? How's he doing?
I think he's got the toughest job in the world that anybody's had in a long time, and he's doing better than most anybody else probably could in that position. But it's with stops and starts, lots of complexity. He's trying to be straightforward about the complexities and the difficulties, not sugarcoating it. But I think he's also learning on the job. This is not something that there's a lot of training for. So I'm pretty impressed with his intellect, the forcefulness of his beliefs and the policies he's trying to pursue. But I do think that he's the kind of person that, as time goes by and he learns more, rather than ignoring the lessons of his experience, he'll use that to change some of his policies or to tweak them.
My name is Dr. Matthew Stephen Muehlbauer. I'm with the Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee.
How do you think Barack Obama is doing so far?
Well, given that he's only 2 months into his administration, as an historian, I'm tempted to withhold judgments. Let's wait a few more months, perhaps, before we rush into things. Even FDR needed 100 days to get something done. So I'm going to withhold judgment for now.